Welcome, Kamloops Alliance Church. If you're here, I doubt you're here because you're scrolling through YouTube. It's here because you're interested, you're invested, you're part of what we're doing here at the church. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for caring. Again, just to recap, we just really want to be transparent and what's going on behind the scenes, all the things happening here at the church, of which there's a lot of things happening, especially as we come into a capital campaign. We just want to tell you everything that's kind of going on, or as much as we can anyway. So thanks for tuning in and just being part of kind of the work God's doing here and allowing us to kind of share the exciting parts of what's happening here in the building and throughout the church and ministry and so forth. So thank you, church, for joining in. What a gift it is to do ministry with you. Let's jump right into numbers really quick. Where did we land? Now, this is for November. And thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank you. We were kind of last month, we were kind of behind a little bit than what we expected to be. Again, these funds are strictly around the income for general expenses, which means how do we keep the lights on? So yes, there's other ministries happening as well, like community care that we give to in capital campaign. This does not incorporate that. This is just general funds. We just want to make sure and keep record and make sure those numbers are great. It's great to see that upswing. And then even for expenditures to be pretty much right where we needed them to be. One of the things that I always mention to our staff is that we don't want to see swings in our numbers too much, high or low. We want to be as accurate as we can month over month in terms of where the budget is, what we're expected to do for ministry. So we're about to go into ministry or a budget season again, actually, in January. Going to start having conversations again for budget approval in June. And what part of the process will be is to really say, look, where are all these events happening, and be as accurate as possible. We can't always be perfect and spot on. Things happen that we don't expect, and so on and so forth. But it is accurate. It is important for us to be accurate month over month. So that's a good trend. I always like to see when their expenditures are kind of right where they need to be. It means that we're planning well in advance. So way to go, staff, as they're trying to be diligent and good stewards of the resources that we've been given. So really, in the budget season, we're expecting to be 16 grand under, but we're 6 grand ahead. That's a quick math delta of 22,000 ahead. That's quick math for you, which is great. A gift, a blessing as we come into the end of December, where that's going to be helpful for us as we try and navigate with the year-end giving and the total giving for the month. Okay, so with that said, year to date, where we're sitting, well, our income is at 68 budget. Our actual is sitting at 655, so we're a bit behind what we expected to be for the entire year. Our expenses are expected to be at 824, but really our expenses are 737. So again, a little bit low behind. Sorry, rather a bit behind on our expenses, which again, I guess is a good thing. But we're trying to be as correct and as accurate as possible. In the meantime, we're still a little bit behind for the budget. Again, this is end of November, so by the time I'm recording this, we're kind of already into December. December will be our biggest giving month. That's really when we see the most giving coming in that month, and that really sets the tone for the remainder of the year. As of last month, we still had 70% of our finances that had to come in for the rest of the year, and a lot of that comes into January, or it comes into December. So with that said, we're a little bit behind on our budget versus actual on the giving. We're believing that God will provide for us in December, and actually will carry us all the way through to the end of the year. Remembering that this is a 4% increase over last year's budget. So we were believing for an increase this year, given the capital campaign, given everything that was happening. We thought 4% was a relatively strong number, a conservative number, but one that did stretch and push what God called us into. And so we're just believing that God provides for us in that. At the end of the day, we were budgeted for a $144,000 loss, but actually we're sitting at an $81,000 loss, which again sounds weird, but that's actually a good thing. We're ahead of where we expected to be, knowing that kind of December and the rest of the year carry us into what hopefully at the end of the year is a balanced budget of net zero. So church, well done. Thanks for partnering with us. It's so important what you do. When it comes to the restriction donations, so these are, again, the revenues over and above our daily operational revs. Care Connections, we brought in 32,000, Missions Outreach 30,000, and Capital Reserve 12,000. Again, just to be clear, these are reserve funds. They are specified for a specific account for a specific use, and so they come in and they go right out of that account. So all these funds will be used up in this year. Most of them, there's a good portion already used up already, but just so you know, that's been your generosity at work, just doing the work of Care Connections, Missions, and even just the Capital Reserve, keeping the upgraded building up and alive. The capital reserve fund balance for November 30th. So this is going to be the number of the capital reserve. Now we're moving into the Beyond All capital campaign. That is a different number. So this number, this capital reserve balance number, really is for us to still steward the upgrades that need to be done when it comes to our building. So treads on the stairs, paint on the walls, those kind of things that are really not be in the Beyond All capital campaign, but still need to be done. That's what those funds are for. So we're believing God will continue to bless us with those, because that still needs to happen while we do all the renovations of the building. However, next month, we're going to be an added component to this update, which is going to talk about the Beyond All capital campaign, give you an update in terms of where the finance is at, give an update in terms of what the projects are at, how it's developing, what the timelines are. And so we really want to take the opportunity to update you in this video to be able to bring you along in terms of this bigger project. So to be clear, this is just the ongoing maintenance capital reserve, but Beyond All will become part of this weekly update, or sorry, rather monthly update for you as a congregation, as a membership. So hopefully that all makes sense. If not, feel free to talk to Chris. I'm sure he'd love to talk to you about all the details, or finance@kc.ca. Okay, with respect to this month, our video, we had an amazing time where we were able to extend our arms and extend the facility to other churches and people within our community, as we had just a banquet here, and we had a guest speaker, we had a comedian come in, and so it was just so neat to see different demographics use the building for different things. And this is something that the Primetime team have been working up toward, just promoting and organizing. And there was a tremendous amount of work. So thank you to the leadership team of the Primetime. You did a fantastic, amazing job. I wanted to be here and serve, but I was away out of the country, so I'm sorry I wasn't able to help. But thank you once again for just extending our building and the love of Jesus to our community and other churches in our community. So with that said, this is some of the highlights from that event.